we're leaving the Fitzgerald Peterbilt dealership here in Glen Springs, Virginia. I have the pleasure to roll along with you, sir. If you wouldn't mind, tell me your name and tell me about the truck that you got there.
Hey, my name is Richard Legard. I drive a 1973 359 standard hood. When we bought it, it had a 230-inch wheelbase. It's now 290-inch wheelbase. We replaced the frame rails, 17.5 feet of frame rails. We bought it in December of 2000, and she's been to quite a few ATHS shows, as well as I think we've been to 7 national ATH shows from Reno, Nevada, all the way to Alabama and all the way to New York. It has a 379 sleeper on it. When we bought it, it had a 36-inch sleeper. The best we can figure, she's got right at 3 million miles on her.
Well, 10-4, it certainly looks like it's been getting around, and it's got quite a life to it. Tell me about the mechanical parts of it.
The drivetrain, we have a Cummins 400 big cam 3, 13-speed transmission with a Rockwell rear end with 355 gears.
And how did you come about the truck? How did you find it?
We ended up, we went to the national show in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, and decided that we wanted a truck, so I come home. That was in 1999, and I ended up calling Aero Truck Sales in Cincinnati. They told me they thought they had a 359 coming in to trade, but they never could trade on it. So I had a buddy, I had them send me a picture of it, and I had a friend in the police department. He ran a license plate and came back to 1996 Peterbilt. But that's what the guy had traded this one for. So I got his phone number. It ended up he didn't have a phone number listed, so I called the first number of the same name. It ended up being his mother. So she gave me his phone number, and he had traded the truck for the 96. And it took me about 6 months to ever buy the truck.
What do you do with the truck now?
Right now, all we do with the truck, it's just a play toy for us. We don't work the truck. We have a 1979 Landau trailer that we pull sometimes. And also last year, we ended up buying a 2003 Newmar Mountain Air motorhome. It's 38.5 foot, so basically she's a toy toter right now.
10-4, that's not a bad life for a truck that has some miles on it. Did you know what the truck did before you got your hands on it?
Well, when we bought it, the guy who had the truck, he basically drove it up in Ohio. He had a dump trailer and pulled sand and gravel around home, and he was getting ready to have to go on the road. So he didn't want to take this truck on the road, so he traded it for the 96. The guy who owned the 96 basically took the truck, and he was running it from Columbus, Ohio to Memphis, Tennessee, 2 rounds a week. He would leave out like on Sunday night, get back home on Tuesday, and leave out on Thursday, and then get back home on Sunday. So he was running about 2,500 miles a week round trip.
Tell me about yourself. We talked about the truck a little bit. Tell me something about yourself, and how do you come to be a truck connoisseur of sorts?
Okay, back in 1972, I was going to community college, and I went to work at the local airport, and I was a pickup and delivery guy hauling air freight, and then I got into driving trucks, doing some deliveries and everything on the weekends. White Motors out of Cleveland, Ohio, decided in 1975 they were going to build a manufacturing plant in Dublin, Virginia. So in August of 1976, I went to work at that time for White Motor Company. In 1981, they were bought out by Volvo, So I basically went to work there to work one winter, and 37 and a half winters later, I basically get retired in July of 2014. So I spent 37 and a half years manufacturing trucks, and decided that we wanted a truck of our own back in 2000.
It's great to hear what you've done.
We went to a truck show down in Charlotte one year, and everybody would come by and they'd say, "How'd they get that new truck in here?" And they were all thinking this was a brand new truck, and at the time it was probably 40 years old. But you could tell the people who knew trucks, they'd come straight at the truck, and you could tell they were the truck driver, their daddy was a truck driver, or they were truck mechanic. But everybody else just thought it was a new truck.
It's one of those type of trucks that you can't help but notice it. What have you done to the truck cosmetically, aside from stretching it and replacing the frame rail?
In 2000, when we bought this truck, it faded out red. It's a 36-inch sleeper. We've painted it. We've replaced the front bumper, all new lights, all new tail lights. The bed, we put the 60-inch wide drone duct bed on it. The purpose of the bed, a lot of people don't realize that, but when we're pulling the trailer, we also have a golf cart that we carry, so the golf cart's loaded crossways on the bed when we're pulling the trailer.
You know, what's your advice on guiding a guy to find a truck like similar to what you have there now?
Well, they need to know trucks pretty much and get out and look. There's a lot of trucks. Craigslist has a lot of trucks on it. Truckpaper.com on the internet has a lot of trucks. There's the ATHS, the American Truck Historical Society. They have a magazine out with a classified ads, and then the Antique Truck Club of America also has a magazine that has classified ads.
There's ample resources to find trucks. I guess just like nowadays, you got to get out there on the internet, do a little bit of searching, a little bit of research. What are some of the tougher parts? You mentioned that you had to find a phone number, for the gentleman. You lucked out and found the right person that got you in contact with the owner. What are some other things that a person might have to deal with trying to get their hands on a truck like yours?
Also, one of the things that you need to find is make sure that trucks have a good, clean title to them if you're going to buy a truck to restore and use or even play with on the open road.
Now, you mentioned that you had a friend of yours that's a police officer run that truck. Any other suggestions on checking the title?
You can do a DMV search, I think, on the title. Make sure that it's a clean title, or just take it to the DMV and let them look at the VIN number and run it.
Pretty standard practices then. Well, Mr. Legard, it's been a pleasure to roll along with you for a few miles here and learn about your truck there. I'm happy that you came out to the Fitzgerald Peterbilt Open House to check out the dealership. Let me ask you, what do you think about the dealership there?
The dealership, I've been and used that dealership with the past two ownerships, and I noticed today that this new Fitzgerald, they have a lot more inventory for new trucks and everything that the past two owners have not had that much inventory, so I think that will help them. It seems like everybody's having a good time and looking at a lot of new trucks. I think it's going to be a very nice dealership and a good working relationship with the dealership.
Well, 10-4, well, I'm glad you enjoyed coming out and checking it out. I'm sure the folks in the area will also agree with you once they make it over and see what's in store and see what's parked there on the lot. Well, again, Mr. Legard, thank you very much for spending some time there with me on the road, and we'll see you again at ATHS Truck Show. And again, you have a wonderful trip back to the house.
All right, so I appreciate everything. Appreciate the interview and everything, and I look forward to seeing this. Can you give us your website or your Facebook site so we can make sure and find it?
Yes, sir. That'll be bigrigvideos.com, or you can go to Big Rig Videos on Facebook or YouTube, and it'll come right up for you.
Okay, Chris, we really appreciate it, and we watched some of your videos and really look forward to seeing one of our own. So thanks a lot. Have yourself a fine day. Appreciate everything, and good luck with your company.
Thank you very much.